What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another weekly edition of Whiskey and What's Up Wednesday. We are talking housing market crashes. I'm just kidding, but we're going to talk a little bit about it. But first, we're going to get into the best part of every week for me. We're checking out a new whiskey, Mash Bill Black. This is a bourbon whiskey finished with Kona coffee beans. It's a 42% alcohol by volume, means it's 84 proof, The one cool thing about Mash Bill is they are a little inconsistent on all of their whiskeys. If you go in the store, other than Kona, Kona's not. But if you go in a store, check out a mash bill bottle. It'll tell you different kinds of builds to get where they did for the flavor. Now, if you're familiar with Buffalo Trace, Maker's Mark, Crown Royal, Pendleton, they're all going to taste pretty much the same every bottle you get. Well, that's not going to be the same with mash bill because they've mixed things up from time to time. But let's give it a taste. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll give it a taste. Now, you can tell by the color, it's probably a lighter alcohol by volume. Smell-wise, you can get a little bit of a coffee smell, nothing crazy. It does smell really good. Big fan of coffee, so I figured why not try this. Very smooth tasting. You know, it's kind of got a bitter, acidic, not bitter to the burn, but kind of a more acidic flavor to it. It's almost like a real high acidic coffee. It's an overall okay flavor. I'm really going to kind of give it a 6.6. Smells good. Flavor, not the greatest. Give it a 6.6. But that is Mash Bill. If you ever get a chance, check out their bottles in the store. You might find something that kind of catches your eye, just like I did. But let's talk housing market crash. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Ever since I got in the market in 2019, I've had people ask me, well, you got in the market, when's the crash? 2020, there's going to be a crash. 2021, there's going to be a crash. Interest rates are way too low. 2022, 2023, 2024, interest rates skyrocketed. There's going to be a crash. Everything we've seen is kind of just market shifting as opposed to kind of market crash. What we're seeing right now is a kind of a good balanced market for everybody. We're seeing more listings, not where we need to be, but we're seeing them. We're seeing kind of a slower housing price growth in terms of equity, which is great. And we're also seeing more opportunities for buyers out there. So really, in terms of kind of an all-around picture, we're just seeing the market shift a little bit to a more balanced market, which is great. You got buyers who have the opportunities to make a little bit more or take a little bit more time on their decisions. You got sellers who are still making a good amount of money on their home, but maybe they're not getting the 15 offers like they were a couple of years ago. It's just a shifting, balanced market, and that's really where we're at in the market right now. In terms of crash, you can talk to myself, you can talk to your lender, you can talk to financial advisors. Everybody's going to have their own opinion, but most of the time what they're going to tell you is, don't panic, kind of keep a level head. If the time's right for you to buy or sell, it's still a good time to do it. We're just seeing a shift in the market, just like we will probably every year for God knows when, forever. But we're not going to see 3%, I can tell you that much. But for the most part, not a crash. I know 70% of Americans are afraid of a crash. It's not a crash, it's a shift. Other than that, cheers. Drink some whiskey. We'll see you next week.